And welcome to Deakin Reserve Shepparton, where the third clash between the Victorian representative team and Melbourne Victory is about to take place. Fine conditions here, and with me, Ross Alatas, calling this game.
Yes, definitely, John, and how fantastic it is to be here. Shepparton, as we can see, the Shepparton Football Club, and what a healthy crowd. Nearly 2,000 people have come down to witness this friendly between Melbourne Victory and, of course, our representative team of the Premier League of Victoria. As we can see, the wind certainly hampering conditions here a little bit. But how good it is to see the faithful here of Melbourne Victory, as well as the Premier League representative squad here making it down, and the local community, and we send them a big cheerio from the Victorian Football Show.
And it's the third time, Ross, these teams are playing. Of course, Melbourne Victory still preparing for the A-League that is not far away.
Not far away, and of course Melbourne Victory preparing for the big clash this Saturday at Etihad Stadium against the English Premier League team, of course, Fulham.
So Victory so far in control of this
Creating
game.
a lot of chances here and putting a lot of pressure on here, John.
As they come again, and nearly an own goal for the Victorian team there. But again, dangerous play from that left-hand side, as Melbourne Victory always find themselves at the back of the Victorian defence. So their third corner in a row. And the ball just scrambled out of the Victorian half. A wild shot there taken, but it's still in play. As Victory, have they made it 1-0? No.
And how that ball stayed out is beyond me. I can tell you now. I thought it was
a few bodies there. It was Young throwing himself at the ball, but he was off the line, and then the ball finding
ricocheted off the goalkeeper, body. Off the defender, and lucky the ball was out. And look at that.
And that's the first goal of the game.
There's the first goal. And would you believe it, from a corner kick? And that was from Lee Broxman's corner kick. Eluded everybody.
Lee Broxman just spinning that ball.
Lee Broxman's free kick there, and there we have it. The scoreline 1-0 for Melbourne Victory, and obviously a bit of wind there, John.
The wind did play a major...
Certainly played a major role there, and
Melbourne Victory is very much in control of this game in the first half.
Certainly doing a shot from outside, hit the crossbar.
And it's 2-0.
And
2-0.
Elasi was the man, the header there.
Bouncing on.
The shot came from Hernandez.
What a strike.
Have a look at this. A great strike there. Hit the back of the underneath the crossbar, and Elasi, all he had to do is keep his cool and put the ball in the net.
So 2-0 for Melbourne Victory. All the pressure paying off for the A-League champs. As the Victorian team now
and a
pushing
nice
forward. Good save there from Moss.
And of course Glenn Moss, the New Zealand international.
And Dorado was the player involved for the Victorian team just before, but again, Melbourne Victory always finding that space.
Hernandez right in front of goal there to
great
Nathan Elasi again. Great ball.
And both of them are combining very well here at Deakin Reserve in Shepparton. As the Victorian team, they haven't created anything major up front, and Dorado taking on the whole of Melbourne Victory defence and earning himself a free kick at a very dangerous position for Victory. And let's see what the Victorians can do. So free kick for
one in front of goal,
opportunity, unable to convert there,
and very unlucky.
Could have easily put that one away, the Victorian team. So the first real clear-cut chance for the Victorian representative team, who won the last meeting between the two teams by an impressive 3-1. So the ball out of play, and
there we have it, the first half. We see Melbourne Victory 2, the Victorian squad 0.
And welcome back at Deakin Reserve here in Shepparton. where over 2,000 people are witnessing the third clash between the Victorian representative team against Melbourne Victory. A great first half for Melbourne Victory, Ross.
Definitely a very good half for Melbourne Victory. They were putting on a lot of pressure on the defence of the representative squad, and they certainly look like they'll be doing the same here as we kick off the second half. And of course we're noticing the new signing for Melbourne Victory, and that is Sarat Sagha, who has come from Thailand. He's a Thailand international. He comes from the Shunburi football club, who of course participate in the Thailand Premier League. And he of course is wearing the number 5.
Melbourne Victory, like we said earlier on, will be facing Premier League side Fulham City on a Saturday. So they have to be fully fit in order to play against a team that did not bad last year in the English Premier League. So a big test for Eddie Merrick's side.
Certainly is, and some great experience for them as they prepare for a huge season, John.
And here we have the Victorian team, Ross. Maybe
lovely little fake there, and again a shot from outside, but not able to convert. And a lovely little fake shot here, but Glenn Moss stood his ground there, but
with the help of his defence on that occasion. But the Victorian team starting a bit more positive than what they did in the first 45 minutes. As again pushing forward, the shot there, and very
right in front
close
of goal
once more.
And what an opportunity there, but unfortunately
it was an error out of the play involved.
no prize there, John. No prize. And here we go, here comes the Victory through the young squad here, a few of the boys from the youth team of Victory, and Aaron's certainly giving them a bit of a go here, and geez, they've done well, the youth boys here. Some great news in regards to the youth squad, the under-19 youth squad. We've had a few of the Victorian boys chosen. Altona Magic's Kilman Taseski, Hume City's Jason Davidson, Melbourne Knights duo Peter Frangic and Joshua Greenwald, and Bulleen Lions Matthew Leckie all received call-ups to compete in the August Youth Championship in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. So some great news that a few of the boys have been chosen to represent Australia. What a great experience for the boys there, and we wish them every success.
And a recognition, of course, of the standard of
Victorian football. Well, exactly. John, look, I know I'm a bit one-eyed about that. I've been criticised sometimes, but life goes on. I'll take that criticism that Victoria has the best Premier League competition in Australia. Sure, and I don't care if people don't like to hear that.
Well, and it shows here with the Victoria team playing a lot more positive soccer in the second 45 minutes.
They certainly are.
They're coming away, they're pushing forward, they've created a few good chances in the 45 minutes here at Deakin Reserve, and there's another chance straight into the arms though of Glenn Moss. Victory and able to clear that one.
I should, and what a great save there, but I also should mention that of course all the other federations and all the other states certainly play a good standard of football. I just happen to be a Victorian and be a little bit one-eyed, so I hope they don't mind me saying that.
So 2-0 here at Deakin Reserve. Melbourne Victory.
Bottom line, John, is that we're enjoying this fantastic... Oh, here's the opportunity in front of goal, and that was Peter Frangic.
Easily taken there by Melbourne Victory. A few question marks there. Dinfek...
well, if he missed that, I think Aaron would have taken him off straight away, because that was a little gift, to say the least. They all thought a header would be coming in, and just a little touch there, and Melbourne Victory in the dying minutes of this game surged forward by 3-0.
It's unfortunate for the Victorian team. They have played a lot better than what they did in the first half against the Melbourne Victory boys. and surely they deserve a goal here at Shepparton, but there is still a few minutes remaining in this game, and see if the Victorian team can pull one back.
And it certainly has been a great pleasure for us to come up to Shepparton and have a look at this game and provide coverage of this game. And we also thank Fox Sports for giving us the opportunity to film this game, due to the fact, of course, as we know, that Fox are the main sponsors of the A-League, but we appreciate them allowing us to film this game with Melbourne Victory.
And again, the Victorian team there coming very close, as you can see, Ross, on two occasions. The first, good reflex save there by the Melbourne Victory keeper, and then immediately unable to control the ball, Herrero, who has really caught the eye of the Melbourne Victory officials in these three friendly games.
And that's the end of the game. We see Melbourne Victory triumphant over the Victorian squad by 3-0 here at Deakin Reserve in Shepparton. Let's hear some comments now from Mehmet Jurakovic, the youth coach of Melbourne Victory.
Well, basically, everyone played really, really well. To Victoria's credit, they put a lot of pressure on us, and the young boys really came with flying colours, and absolutely everyone played really, really well.
When it was still 0-0, Mossy and the defenders did have to slide in, make a lot of challenges, make a lot of saves. It was one of those games where the first goal really was telling as to who took the momentum and went on with it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, these guys are all experienced players, even the youngsters, so it took a bit of time to get sort of gel together, and after a while, that they got the ball sort of moving, and you know, by the time we scored the first goal, everyone was playing well, and to their credit, they finished off the game quite well.